Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So recently I've been scrolling down the internet for ideas for another amazing aircraft, and I've stumbled upon some experimental aircraft, and I was just browsing around the names, and then I found these magnificent pieces like the absolute amazing Dassault Balzac, or even better, the SAC AS6, the SAC AS. Or how about the Snecma? How do you like that? The Snecma from 1959. Or even better, the Gotta Go. They were really yeah, they had some amazing names. Yeah, so I'll be testing out these aircraft to see how good they actually performed, and if I can get them to work in KSP. So here you see me creating the wonderful Gotta Go, an absolutely astonishing aircraft. No idea how to actually bring this alive, because I had no idea how rotors worked in this game yet, or this turbo prop engine. But you know, you see eventually I scrapped it because it was not outputting enough power for this beast, this absolute overpowered vehicle. So yeah, that's the first test flight. Turned out the props are way too long and the thing just smashed into the ground and exploded. Wonderful, isn't it? So yeah, second test flight. The prop is, I mean, the torque of the prop is just pulling the aircraft one side, it feels like, and the drag of the propeller as well, and the landing gear being so close together, yeah, it just kind of destroys itself. It just can't be controlled. And here you see another fail, but this time we tried the jet engine. So yeah, I tried to get more thrust output, and yeah, half the aircraft is broken, but, and there is a but, it's gonna take off. So here you see taking air and actually be controllable. Who would have guessed? Half the aircraft destroyed, and it actually starts to fly now. So yeah, there were a few more test flights, but this is the last one really. And here you see that I kind of gave up because I just can't get it to work right now in this short amount of time. Yeah, so I gave up on that and moved on to the next project. So yeah, this is the SAC S6. I tried to make it as spherical as possible, but it wasn't being very doable, and it immediately crashed because it got out of control. So I'm gonna give that another shot with SAS on, and we're gonna try to launch it. Yeah, so I couldn't do a lot with this. I tried to use what is it again? Elevators. As the as the elevators, or as the flaps actually. I don't know. I didn't really understand this design, so I just gave it a few shots and decided to scrap it altogether and maybe come back to it later. It was just a really wacky design, and yeah, it's gonna be difficult getting this to work in yeah, just the standard KSP really. So yeah, after this one I just moved on to the next system. So yeah, this was the actual last test flight, and we did get it into the air, but I mean, you can't really call it flying. I've no idea. Yeah, I just gave up after this shot. I just, you know, I ran it off the runway, and it really only got into the air because it bounced off and then blew up. And yeah, there we are. We're at the Balzac. Later I found out it was actually a VTOL, because I was thinking like this is just a normal Mirage, but yeah, the Balzac Mirage had to have VTOL capabilities with these, I think the same Rolls-Royce engines as the Harrier. Yeah, but even this simple design, which should actually work in KSP, I managed to screw up and can't get it into the air. Eventually I got a bit of stable flight with a few revisions. But yeah, I just didn't really, I mean, you can already see the wing design is really fucked up actually. It doesn't go all the way to the front, whilst on the actual Mirage it does. So it's a bit front heavy, no lift on the front side. So yeah, there you see it. It's just smashing into the ground. Yeah, and here you see some stable flight, but it's really hard to maneuver. It doesn't really want to pull up or even go down. I mean, down is easier than pulling up, but yeah, it's just trash really. This is my first VTOL attempt. I just strapped some rocket boosters on the aircraft. They did not have nearly enough power to actually fly this thing upwards. So, but yeah, it was just a attempt to see what it would do. And yeah, this is one of the serious attempts. I just strapped some small rockets on the side, but they even don't create nearly enough for us to get it off the air. I think it's just like 20 kilonewtons. I need way more than that, because this thing is heavy as fuck. So yeah, it's not going anywhere really. Oh yeah, and then there was this one. I put some bigger rockets on the side. Turns out I've got about the weight issue, and there it goes. And then as piece de resistance, it is the absolutely wonderful Snackma. What a tasteful name, isn't it? So yeah, it actually is one of the only one that's sort of working, but not how it was designed. So you see the air intakes, but it's obviously using a rocket engine. It's because the normal, what is it called? The normal engines for in-atmosphere use, they don't produce enough thrust. So yeah, I just had to do it like this.